Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the match reaction. Fulham 0, Everton 0. A good point. At that point, it is a good point. Listen, we were without important players tonight. I know Fulham were missing a few as well, but for us, you know, a makeshift midfield. No Decore, no Onana, no Gomez, no Guy, no Seamus Coleman. And in the end, to get a point is a good result. I am sitting here, though, thinking an absolute golden opportunity has passed Everton by in the shape of a Beto header from 2 yards out with no goalkeeper, and he somehow managed to put it over, but more on that later. Like I said, Amadou Onana was missing from this tonight. Everton had to very much patch up their team. Ben Godfrey came in at right back. Nathan Patterson dropped down to the bench. Ashley Young was back, played right side of midfield. The manager went with Dwight McNeil and James Garner in the middle, and Arnaud Danjuma played as well. Jack Harrison just off the striker, and which was Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And it was a very, I guess it was an entertaining 0-0. You know, Fulham had a shot early on, and then Jack Harrison misses a great opportunity after about 90 seconds. Good play by Dominic Calvert-Lewin, rolls it back to Harrison, and he's got to hit the target. Got to hit the target. He doesn't. He puts it wide. He really should have scored. Fulham had their moments. Raul Jimenez probably should have scored. We had shots that were blocked in the box. Dominic Calvert-Lewin should have done better on a couple of occasions. And we just, we looked all right. To be fair, we looked all right at times. The midfield, like I said, the midfield was very lightweight. They had Paulina in there, who was very good, putting strong challenges in and bossing that midfield, if you like. But James Garner did, you know, he's neat and tidy, isn't he, in possession? Though Dwight McNeil done all right, considering he was playing in a different position. And I imagine the manager will, I've not heard Sean Dyche's aftermatch reaction yet, so, you know, but I imagine he'll be all right with that point. It's the disappointing thing tonight is obviously Everton are back in the bottom three. Now Luton have been, you know, have gone and battered Brighton. And that obviously makes everyone more edgy. It makes us worse. The result that you'd look at and go, that's not a bad point considering the plays we've put out there. But when you see the league table, it doesn't matter if it's still January. You see that league table and you cannot help but think, we're back in that bottom three. We don't deserve to be. Listen, without the 10 points taken off, we're actually 3 points ahead of Fulham. And that would say that was a decent result. But when, like I said, when teams like Luton are getting big results like that tonight, Brighton have gone there and have had a mare. 2 down after 3 minutes. That's embarrassing from their perspective. But fair play to Luton. I'd love a day like that. I'd love a day where you were 3 up at half time. You knew the game was done. This Everton team isn't capable of that. We can't score goals. But they did battle and scrap tonight. And, you know, we went in at half time. It was pretty even at half time. But the biggest talking point in the first half was the penalty that Everton should have had. Everton are the only Premier League club without a penalty this season. They've also somehow given away the most penalties. So make of that what you will. I'm not hinting that there's any kind of directive from the likes of Richard Masters or other people about that. I'm not saying anything of the sort. In fact, I'm definitely not saying that there's been anything like that this season. The Premier League in no way, in my opinion, have tried to influence and make things worse for Everton. They've, you know, on and off the pitch, they're just being innocent men doing their job and women doing their job. There's been no kind of guidance. But we saw in the first half, Everton had a free kick. It's gone across. The keeper's pushed it out. It's come to Tarkowski. He's got to score for me. It's a weak finish from him. The flex loops up. It's the crossbar. Comes down. And Anthony Robinson's playing basketball. And it's hooked off the line as well. Now, apparently the VAR didn't intervene because Robinson's hand's by his side, despite showing Robinson's hand is very much not by his side. It is out, controlling the ball. Now, whether you go, well, did he mean it, didn't he mean it? It's hit his hand in the middle of the goal. It's a penalty. It's a penalty, and it hasn't been given again. And it's another one that Howard Webb's team of referees and officials have got wrong against Everton. Another one. The list goes on and on. Us and Wolves have been destroyed by VAR this season. In fact, I'd argue that if Everton had just been given 50% of the decisions they should have been given this season with VAR, we wouldn't be in any kind of trouble. But we are, and that's just the way it is. It wasn't given. We went in at half time, it was 0-0. It was quite even. I thought Fulham were better than the second half, much better. They put a lot of pressure on us. They were a bit quicker than us with the ball. And they had opportunities, and, the pick of them has come from a Tosin Adebayo header, which Jordan Pickford's made an absolutely tremendous save from, pushing it over the bar. They've had other moments in the game as well. Willian, Cordova, Reed's had chances. And, we've had to ride our luck a few times. But at the other end, we had opportunities. Jack Harrison does really well. Cuts in. Leno makes a save. I think maybe should do better. Dominic Calvert-Lewin hit the crossbar with a header. He then looped another one over the bar, when maybe he should have done better. And it was looking like, one of those nights. And it was going to be one of those nights for both teams, because neither of us could put the ball in the net. But Everton did have two huge opportunities at the end of the game to win the match. The manager made changes with 10 minutes left, was it? He brought on Beto, came onto the pitch, and, in trying to go for the win. Patterson come on for Ashley Young, who did well. And we had opportunities, and then we had Danjuma got injured, and we had to take him off, and Lewis Dobbin come on for Danjuma. But it was in injury time. Everton had two great opportunities. A corner to the far post. Tarkowski heads it back, and Beto is in literally 2 yards out, open goal. All he has to do, little diamond header, it's 3 points to Everton and a huge away victory. And he heads it over the bar. I don't know how he's headed it over. The size of him, he's 6'4". Yeah, I'm lost for words. I don't know how he's headed it over the bar. I really don't. And they're huge moments. They're just huge moments. He's somehow headed it over the crossbar. And if that wasn't bad enough, we then go and get another corner and have another great opportunity, and Beto's involved again. It goes towards the near post this time. Lewis Dobbin gets the faintest of touches, takes Leno out the game. Beto can't sort his feet out, miss it. It bobbles to Ben Godfrey, who comes in. Godfrey strikes it goalwards. It's Beto, comes out. Godfrey has another go at it. It gets blocked on the line. I think it might be Polina. It comes back to Ben Godfrey, and he takes a wild swing at it with his left foot and somehow hits his calf and bobbles to Leno in the Fulham goal. And if you're Fulham just at that moment, you can't believe that you haven't lost that game, given the two opportunities that they had. We saw it on Saturday against Luton. The last kick of the game, a corner comes in, poorly defended. Luton take the chance they're through in the FA Cup. We've had a very similar opportunity twice today on the goal line, practically both times, and we haven't scored a goal. And that is the biggest worry, I would say, for Sean Dyche's men. Jordan Pickford's kept his 8 clean sheets. I think that's the most in the Premier League this season tonight. And, the defenders have, yes, like I said before, we've rolled our luck. They hit the crossbar as well. I think it might have been Polina who hit the crossbar. But we've had two glorious opportunities to win the game. We just can't score goals. It's as simple as that. No matter who it is. Dominic Calvert-Lewin thought he was a bit better tonight, a bit sharper, but he still finished the game without a goal. Beto, a yard, 2 yards out. A yard out, isn't it? 2 foot out. A yard out, and he hasn't been able to put it in. Jack Harrison's had 2 really good opportunities on his left foot and missed both of them. These are moments that you have to take, and we're going to have to take these opportunities when they come along. We're in for a tough season, a tough second half of the season. Luton are flying, so much so they've leapfrogged us now. Sheffield United have lost to Palace. That's them, and Burnley are basically gone. Forest have lost their own to Arsenal, which is good for us, 2 points between us and them. And Brentford are obviously struggling a little bit as well. They're not too far away from us, but it's Luton, us and Forest at the minute, and we have to take our opportunities when they come along. We cannot pass up moments like that. So back to the training ground, I'm thinking some finishing for the rest of the week. Hopefully by the weekend Everton will have Idrissa Gana Gay back. Although I've just seen a post tonight or something that Everton can't afford to get a private jet to bring him back. Hopefully he's back in time for Saturday. The Corey posting pictures on social media got people a little bit excited today. I cannot see him being in the squad on Saturday, but like I say, hopefully Garner is. Ashley Young's has played tonight. Don't know the state of Onana. Hopefully he's got it was a knee, I think, so hopefully that'll settle down. He'll be available for Saturday, which is a big game, but it's a home game, and we're going to have to go and battle and scrap in that one as well, and we owe them big time for what happened at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, so let's see what happens there. But listen, I look at it and think, what a huge opportunity missed at the end, but also I couldn't honestly sit here and say we deserved to win that game. Fulham had 25 shots, Everton had 21. Everton's XG slightly outscored Fulham's. A draw is probably a fair result. So you put it on the points and you carry on. And it's up to Shaka Silk now to get in there and try and convince the Premier League to give us our points back, which would make us all feel a hell of a lot better. My man of the match is Jordan Pickford. That save alone has got us a very valuable point. Brilliant, good point blank header, really good save. Made a good save in the first half from Anthony Robinson as well. Handling was good. Some of his kicking, he put us under pressure a few times, but I am going to say Jordan Pickford was probably man of the match mainly for that save, which was a huge moment in the game. So 0-0 tonight. That's my take on it. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. See you later.